Hello and thanks for tuning in to KPC News. I'm James Buckley.
And I'm Hannah Thurman.
Our top story tonight comes from the Korean Peninsula as North and South Korea are potentially ending their 53-year-old war, along with CIA Director Mike Pompeo's secret visit to North Korea. But first, another House Republican will be retiring in the wake of Paul Ryan. Hannah has more on this story.
Thanks, James. On Tuesday, CNN reported that Pennsylvania Representative Charlie Dent announced that he will not be running again for Congress. He decided this after discussing with his family and following a careful reflection. Dent has served in Congress since 2005 and is the 43rd Republican congressman who has announced retirement, running for another office, or resigning. In order for the Democrats to regain the House of Representatives, they will need to recover about 24 seats. Dent has not announced his exact reasoning for resigning, but he has said that Trump was not the determining factor.
In response to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad utilizing chemical weapons on his own citizens, the United States, in conjunction with France and Great Britain, launched a military strike on various chemical weapon warehouses and distribution centers in Syria. While the airstrikes stirred up controversy from American citizens, a new poll from Politico and Morning Consult found that 58% of American voters supported the airstrikes. In terms of party lines, the study found that 77% of Republicans supported the strikes and 49% of Democrats were in favor of them as well.
Time reported on Tuesday that the Supreme Court ruled an immigration law allowing immigrants to be deported because of a crime that is too vague to be enforced. The court decided 5-4. Its decision was based on a provision of immigration law that defines crime of violence. In 2017, the court voted on the case Sessions versus DiMaia. James DiMaia is a native Filipino but came to the United States legally when he was 13 years old. After pleading no contest to 2 cases of burglary, the court began taking steps to deport him because of this immigration law. Since Scalia's seat was still not filled, the court ruled 4-4. Neil Gorsuch, who was Trump's pick to fill his seat, voted with the more liberal judges who said that the law was too vague.
After releasing his new memoir, A Higher Loyalty, Truth, Lies, and Leadership, former FBI Director James Comey went on ABC News for an hour-long interview to discuss his new book and his strained relationship with Trump. Here's a quick highlight of the interview.
First of all, he's just making stuff up, but most importantly, the President of the United States is calling for the imprisonment of a private citizen, as he's done for a whole lot of people who criticize him. That is not acceptable in this country. We wake up in the morning and see the President of the United States is accusing people of crimes without evidence and pronouncing them guilty and saying they should be in jail. That should wake all of us up with a start.
Since the ABC interview, Comey has also been on CNN and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to talk about his book, along with claims that Trump fired Comey because of the Russia investigation. In response to that allegation, President Trump tweeted this morning, "Slippery James Comey, the worst FBI director in history, was not fired because of the phony Russia investigation where, by the way, there was no collusion except by Dems."
Early this morning, President Trump confirmed in a tweet that CIA Director Mike Pompeo visited North Korea last week to meet with Kim Jong Un. NBC News reported that this trip came after Trump nominated Pompeo to be his new Secretary of State. The CIA and the White House have declined to comment to NBC on Tuesday on this matter. However, Pompeo has yet to be confirmed as Secretary of State, but has met with the Senate Foreign Relations Committee for a confirmation hearing.
Building off Pompeo's visit, USA Today reported on Tuesday that North and South Korea are in talks to officially end the Korean War. But South Korean National Security Advisor Chung Eui-yong stated that the talks would be contingent on North Korea committing to denuclearization. The war only ended in a ceasefire and no formal treaties have been signed. While neither government has stated they will discuss a full peace treaty, South Korean news agency Yonhap cited an unnamed South Korean official saying the U.S. and South Korea have discussed the treaty as a possibility. North and South Korea will be meeting at a summit on April 27th, which could be the start of those peace talks.
In regional news, Eric Greitens tweeted last night that he will not be resigning from his position as governor of Missouri after fellow Congress members have been pushing him to do so. In his tweet, he mentioned that he will wait until the matter goes to a court of law. CBS reported that there was a resolution filed last night by the Missouri House Minority Leader, Gail McCann Beatty, to authorize articles of impeachment. Beatty said that this comes after the House Investigatory Committee found substantial evidence against Greitens. The 5 Republicans and the 2 Democrats on the committee all signed the report that noted the woman's testimony as credible. It also states instances where Greitens' public comments coincide with some of the woman's allegations.
Starting on Tuesday, the Washington Post reported that President Trump and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe have been meeting at Trump's private Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach, Florida. Trump's main goal for the talks is to cut down on the trade deficit with Japan, which the U.S. Department of Commerce reported was $51.6 billion last year. Another point of discussion was the U.S.'s involvement with the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which President Trump signed an executive order to get out of shortly after his inauguration. The Post stated that Trump has been open to rejoining the partnership, but on Tuesday night, Trump tweeted, "While Japan and South Korea would like us to go back into TPP, I don't like the deal for the United States. Too many contingencies and no way to get out of it doesn't work. Bilateral deals are far more efficient, profitable, and better for our workers. Look how bad World Trade Organization is to U.S."
In our final story, Senator Tammy Duckworth is pushing for a change in Senate floor rules. Duckworth gave birth to a baby girl last week, and now NPR is reporting that currently only certain Congress members and staff are allowed in the chambers when voting. And Senator Tammy Duckworth is trying to change that. The Senate Rules Committee will vote on whether congressmen and women may bring their child to the Senate floor up until the child is 1 year old. The Rules Committee is expected to approve this measure. That's all we have for you this week. Thank you for watching KPC News, and be sure to watch out for our podcast analyzing this week's events on Friday. Until then, I'm Hannah Thurman.
And I'm James Buckley.
We'll see you next week.